morning. So we've lost everybody to coffee, I think. But I want to start, if Jeff can hear me, that yes, girls do rule. Woohoo! For all the girl sellers in the audience. And then second, not only people in New York can sell. Those are the two things I want to say at the end of Jeff's presentation, because I'm from Hawaii and I think I can sell. So that's all we need, right? You have to believe in that fact. So I'm going to spend just a couple minutes going through some high-level thinking. I've been here for about a year now, traveling around the globe, talking to our customers and sort of hearing what's top of mind for them around what they are looking to do as it relates to sales transformation. How can they be better? How can they be better organizations, become high-performing, and more importantly, make sure that the sellers in the organization, the individual contributors, are actually taking advantage of all the things that they have in the market. So for me, I like to start with the basics. I think that in the future, customer-driven organizations will completely reset the value equation, which also I totally agree with what the two earlier speakers were talking about. It is all about the value and the meaningful engagement that you have with customers. You know, I like to say that as salespeople, we have one thing every day we can control. And I know that that sounds like too few, but there really is only one thing we can control, and that is our behavior in front of customers. What we say, what we do, how we act, and how prepared we are. So those value equations you have has everything to do with that meaningful engagement. Thinking about how do you reset that means you have to start thinking differently about the things that you use in order to do it. So speed, disruption, we just heard a lot about it. But I'll tell you, when I talk about speed, I actually talk about it in the eyes of the customer. How do we ensure that we get to where our customers are going before they get there so we can welcome them? It's about making sure when they want something from us, we already knew that they wanted it. We started talking to them about it before they even realized it was something they needed for their business. That's what I mean by speed. We have to be careful, though, as salespeople, how far out we put that flag. We can't put it out 3 to 5 years when you're trying to sell them something either this quarter, this year, or in the next 18 months. So make sure you set those boundaries about what you're talking about for your customers in context with what you think they, as an organization, can absorb as it relates to change. Many of us today actually don't sell products or services. We sell the act of a business changing the way they do things, and change is hard. Now, when you think about speed, you have to then think about the only way we can get there in advance of our customers getting there and anticipating it is by the use of technology. You know, I'd like to say that in all that has happened, I remember using a single version of ACT when I started selling with WordPerfect. Yes, I'm only 25. But ultimately, I used to hit my numbers using a Rolodex and a notepad and a Post-it note and whatever else I could find. Today, I say, boy, it would be amazing to go and sell again for a quarter and see what I could do with all the tools we now have at our disposal. But I remind myself that, you know, I'm just not that tough anymore to go out there and sell like you guys do every day. But I would say, ultimately, using the technology, we have to get past the fatigue we may see or we may feel in all the things we've used over the years. The technologist, who is also a seller, is going to be the most competitive thing you're going to face going forward. A smarter seller is the one that is going to beat you. It may not necessarily be a better product. The third thing that I see is that customer experience is absolutely this new battleground. And the brand and your brand is the sum of all of the touch points. All of the touch points that you have in any given day with a customer, whether it's online, whether it's offline, on the phone, via LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it might be. Remember, you have your personal brand, but you also have your company's brand. These three things in combination, speed in which you're able to get to your customers, using the intelligence and all the tools now at your disposal, they're endless. Take advantage of them. And the third thing is always remember that the one thing you can control is yourself and your behavior and that experience you can give your customers.